All right, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Not Included. I'm Skoota. Got Snackavelli, Macaroni Tony in the building. Mo.
What up?
Mo P. Reese.
Yep.
And Corn. Corn.
Thoroughbred.
What's going on, fellas?
What's going on?
How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? How the pandemic treating y'all?
Not the best.
Amazing.
Damn,
that's
you got that employment, bro. I'm telling you, you got like at least 8 G's, bro. You got taxes.
I know this nigga just got done telling us he went on 3 trips.
Oh, he did say he just went to Puerto Rico.
I never said Puerto Rico.
And then I went down to Brazil.
Bro, let me tell y'all.
I stopped by Egypt to just see a couple things.
Bro, let me tell y'all.
Nigga.
I ain't gotta ask for no off time, bro. That's the craziest thing, nigga. Like,
Yeah.
I never experienced that. Like, not having I've been working since I was 12 down there, bro. Just not having to ask for no off time, bro. Just doing shit. Ain't got school.
plenty of days.
Ain't got work.
That paid time off. You got paid, so you got plenty of paid time off.
It's definitely PTO. It's definitely PTO. So, shit. Might as well.
Nigga, I hope you got a 401k.
Shit, working on that.
Nigga, you need to invest in that, nigga. You ain't took all day, nigga. You got one buddy. You goddamn half, nigga. Goddamn. I'm taking it out early. But
Working on it.
That's it. Everybody good? Well, you not good. This
I'm
nigga's
good.
amazing.
I mean,
as far as the pandemic go.
I feel like the pandemic, look, man. We like at the end of the day, bro, we just dealing with a situation amongst people that have higher power than we have, started making moves strategically to design something that's already been designed, but to keep it stronger and barriered from people that are of color, of skin, and pigment, of my pigmentation, from rising up from that. So at the end of the day, like they were like, oh, Joe Biden, Trump, like, fam, do y'all not understand that everything y'all see, like, I love the movie The Matrix. Cause that movie speaks on volumes.
Man, you are Richard's cousin. brother, you are my cousin.
it literally speaks volumes because here are some people that are living.
No, I've never seen that.
Living in really.
No.
Wow.
I've seen like here and there, but like all the way through.
You never paid attention.
I've never watched it all the way through.
So basically, it's about a nigga.
I know what it's about.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
So my point from that is saying, like, you know, it goes to show you that everybody had, like I said earlier about love and all that shit. Like, everybody has this ideal, what they want to have, how things should be. Mm-hmm. But in reality, my nigga, you ain't built nothing more. You're an organism. You're built here to fucking multiply. That's it. You're built here to make babies and continue the species.
We just created other purposes.
To live comfortably.
Oh, I believe in that.
In life. You feel me? It ain't got nothing. Half the shit we do don't got shit to do with what we want to do.
I think we talked about that before.
Like,
when we was talking about animals.
Yeah.
And we was talking about like humans just complicate.
And that's why people, I hate when people say like,
Right.
Animals supposed to be free and just regular.
Everybody should be like,
we done created this structure and shit.
Should be cool, woo. But it's like, fam, if you look at the animal kingdom, my nigga, there's always survival of the fittest. Period. Like a gazelle don't go fuck a monkey, my nigga. Like, these are two different species. So when you talk race, like, it's not really race. It's two different species, bro. Because at the end of the day, we're built different. Mm-hmm. They're built different. Their evolutionary design is different than ours. So they're two different species. We're not human beings. We're species. You feel me? Because when you break it down, like I said, we're organisms, bro. And organisms ain't nothing but species of either diseases or different organisms. Simply.
Interesting.
Dropping science.
I
like
got
that.
deep out gay. I'm over here in a trance, nigga.
I was paying attention in science class, nigga. You talk your shit, my boy.
For real.
The science blast, bro. Yes.
Like, that's why I'm not really I'm not religious at all. I used to be. I was born in a religious house, but science proves fact. Period. You feel me? Like, we breathe air H2O. Like, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, I rather associate with fact than to sit there and say, oh, something happened and I don't really
I can
know
take it deeper
just
than
because I
that.
believe it. You feel me? But at the end of the day, don't get me wrong. I do believe gods and goddesses did exist because I feel like if God is true, it's a woman.
Interesting.
I feel a way about
Period.
that shit though. Like I feel a way about science
Why?
because it's made up.
How?
We made it up.
Okay, cool. But you understand that we made it up because at the end of the day, we had the scientific mind structure to understand that these compounds, first of all, science ain't nothing but alchemy, my nigga. It's different compounds to create something solid or to create something.
But what I'm saying
to
is,
heal.
why do we call it? Why do we name
That's 'cause
water
that's- Because that's the
H2O?
European word that we're being given. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure if we go 1,000 years back, when we sitting here doing this, we'd be saying a whole nother language, a whole nother meaning to whatever we're talking about. So at the end of the day, I can't call it anything but what I've learned it to be, science. But there's different altercations where people have made different things happen with compounds and whatever and not, and they've been called, like I said, alchemy was the first science. Alchemy, white people learned alchemy from the Kemet, my nigga. The Kemet, black people created it. The Moors created that. We created that.
Nah,
So it's like, we did create science.
You talking about stuff I don't know nothing
See,
about
now,
now.
I want to say, I don't know if that would be the first science, though. I feel like the first science is just like,
Astrology?
no, not even that. I would just, and that's probably one of the first sciences, though. Probably just math. Math would
Yeah,
have to be
universal.
the
Math
first
don't
science
stop.
that
Math is considered science.
Yeah,
it's-
hell yeah.
it's-
You can't, if you don't know math, my nigga,
Mathematics-
you can't damn near do nothing. You can't do nothing, bro.
mathematics is the science of numbers.
Yeah.
So
That is the only non-biased
But even
thing
before,
about
yeah, but
SATs, my nigga.
even before
It's
that though, like
mathematics.
we would do shit like making stuff.
trial and error shit.
Yeah, that's math basically. Like you
No,
measuring
it's
stuff.
science.
I'm
But
saying
I mean,
like if you
it
making
is,
something,
but you at
you
the
gotta
while,
make
you have
sure-
to get to a measurement of something
Exactly,
to make perfect.
something exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
So
yeah. But I like
I should have
said,
played this
like,
link. It
you
was a
know,
link in that shit too. That I
Still,
That's what
regardless.
that was.
but I don't want y'all to play it now. Maybe.
Do y'all
get it back on the break.
do y'all believe in science or do you believe in God?
I believe in God.
Both.
I believe in both.
Why do you? Okay,
I believe in
hold
both.
on. What do you mean both?
I believe in science and God.
How can you believe in two things that cancel each other out?
They don't.
Do they? No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
They don't have to.
For
God
to say,
is
They don't.
God
Go ahead.
is science.
how?
So if you believe in God, you believe God created everything, right?
But your Bible tells you that to not believe in anything other than what God does. So even though you can sit there and say, "Oh,
But
he
God did that.
science.
God gave us air.
So then-
and we
okay,
just
cool.
named it something. We was like, oh, let's call it air. Let's call it H2O.
Oh, I'm with
Really?
you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Bro, like-
He gave us the planet. We call it Earth.
So you just think that
In the Bible, in Genesis, when Adam and Eve, he put animals on the earth and he said, name them. That's in the Bible.
Yeah.
So what kills me about y'all Bible, right, is that this is a story based on, okay, let's get into the fact that these are two people that live on a land, right? He created two people. Well, he created Adam.
They
He created Adam.
they had sex with their brothers and sisters, bro.
Cool. I'm not even. Let's not even get to that. Hold on. Let's not even get that. far. What I'm saying is,
no, because I can
this
question
is what
that.
I'm
There
getting
are
deep
some.
to.
There are verses in the Bible that says about the kids, Abel, what's their name? Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
That said they went off into the world to do something.
What if if Cain and Abel was born? First of all, keep in mind these are two males.
Mike.
These are two males. These are two males. And if two males go off into the world, where would they procreate?
But that's my point in saying
So-
that where he said they fucked their brothers and sisters. They
No,
did.
my nigga.
I think-
There were already
Yeah.
people here, my nigga.
There are
There
things
were
that
already
you can
people
read in
here,
there.
my nigga.
think-
For thousands of years before God even existed, there were people here.
I think
I feel like I said, I'm not me coming out. I feel like what people go wrong is giving an identity to a deity. That's where I think people go wrong.
What is a deity?
A deity is
okay.
But you can't say giving a identity to a deity, and then say like you if you give that's what that deity is. So
but because you gave it the identity.
But you just said to a deity, right?
Right. You
believe in deities, right?
Deity doesn't become that until you give it an identity. So if I sit there and say, we can sit there all day say spirituality wise, the spirits or the energy, and because at the end of the day, let's get down funky, nigga. God ain't nothing but energy. You feel me? No, like on the one, he was nothing but light. So God ain't nothing but energy. Light is energy, which we learned from what?
Science.
Well.
So like, come on, bro. Stop playing.
I mean, they have the same definition.
I do like that God is energy. I do like that.
They have the same definition, basically. No end and beginning, can't be created or destroyed.
You know what really happened? Everybody piggybacked off everybody's ideal and prophecies or scales of what they believe to be what was premonition to be or that was. If I sit here and told you I seen a dragon outside passing $5, you wouldn't believe me unless you seen it. Hands down. And today, right now, if I was like, bro, this nigga's a dragon outside giving niggas hundreds of dollars, you'd be like, nigga, stop lying. But yet you believe in something that's told to you that you have no idea.
I think
even happened. You weren't there.
But
so how can you sit there and say it happened if you don't know? I'd rather hear a Christian say, I don't know if it happened, but this is what I believe.
Faith. That's what it is. That's what
you did. You literally described what it is to believe in God. It's faith. Faith is believing in things the unseen.
Believing in something without seeing.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't in an ordinary day, you wouldn't believe in anything without seeing it happen. If I sit there and told you I was giving you $20, you're not for 2 days. You're gonna be like, this.
You believe in science?
$20.
You believe in science?
But if I didn't come with that $20,
you believe in science?
You not gonna believe me. You gonna call me a liar after that? You like, nigga, you a jack.
You believe in science?
Yeah.
Then show me the science of a dragon.
What do you mean?
Show me science of a dragon.
We have clear evidence by evolution and by a Komodo dragon that dragons existed.
No, that doesn't mean it came from a dragon per se. A Komodo dragon is just a lizard.
It's a reptilian. A dragon ain't nothing but a reptilian that so-called could fly. Dinosaurs existed, but that remember the flying artidactyls, whatever the fuck.
Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl. They ain't nothing but fucking birds, my nigga. Over time of evolution, things had to become smaller for humans to inhabit it. Because if we was living right now, nigga, T-Rex is walking around.
We wouldn't be living.
We wouldn't be living. Exactly.
Not like this.
Evolution had to take over. But what I won't accept is saying that God was like, no.
But here's
no topic of dinosaurs in the fucking Bible.
But here's the flaw in your argument against people that believe in God. People can have that same argument against science.
Sure, but
I wasn't there. I didn't do these. I didn't do these studies that people
yourself.
How?
What you mean? What you mean? Learn
But how? What am I learning? How am I learning?
Man, if you know math,
something somebody else
came up with.
That's not true though. That's not necessarily true. If I sit there, okay, I can't go walk on water, but that's what the Bible say somebody did. Regardless, he was Jesus. I can't go walk on water.
Right.
But if I go sit and I take a book that tells me if I take sulfate with sulfur and mix it and scratch together and it makes fire, and I'm not using legit compounds, I'm just saying.
Right, yeah.
I don't know.
It's like, I don't know if that's right.
But at the end of the day, if you go trial and error, you can prove it to be wrong or not. You can't go out and prove that God existed. Because to this day...
So let me ask you this.
To this day, they have no bones reconciling the identity of somebody named Jesus.
Because Jesus was supposed to still be out here.
Jesus was a real person.
He's supposed to still be out here. No, let me ask you this.
There's documents and stuff where Jesus was a real person.
Let me ask you this. Hold on. Let me ask him this before I forget. Explain things that defy science.
Explain things that defy science.
Like medical miracles and things like that. Explain that.
Dr. Sebi, off the top. He understood that certain compounds of plants.
But I'm saying for people that don't do that, but
this is the thing. You can't prove him to be wrong unless you do what he's done.
I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is miracles. Explain to me miracles.
He cured AIDS. What are you talking about? That's a miracle, bro.
Not him.
It's a miracle.
I'm not saying him. You're talking about something that he actually created something that can explain why he cured AIDS. I'm talking about somebody that might have a disease, and the doctor say, this you got this many years to live, and you don't die, you live forever. Or they say, we have no way of getting rid of this, and then it just magically goes away.
What you're saying is, first of all, let me tell anybody and everybody, nigga, the hospital ain't nothing but a goddamn scam. Because they categorize you when you go into a hospital.
But I'm saying, explain miracles.
Okay, when you go into a hospital, they go off symptoms. They ask you, is this wrong? Temperature, weight, whatever the fuck going on. They go off symptoms, my nigga. So first of all, you can't even compare somebody that deals with medicine and healing compared to a doctor, because a doctor doesn't heal you. What he does is he prescribes you medicine that he feels will help you feel either comfortable.
But you're not answering the question.
Yeah.
What's the question?
You're not answering the question.
Explain miracles. See, you're talking about
a miracle to me. So a miracle to me would be you get hit by a fucking truck, a semi at fucking 75 miles per hour, and nigga, you live. That's a goddamn miracle.
Explain it.
His body probably goddamn hit at a certain trajectory that did not fully damage him at 100% rate, but he was definitely damaged. And if people came in that time frame where he was able to have enough time to be rescued, then the nigga lived. Like,
okay, I'll give you a different example on that, because that's kind of different. The bishop to the church that I used to go to got struck by lightning.
Damn, that's once in a million. That's one in a million.
And once he got to the hospital, he died. He did die for some minutes.
Sorry about that. Came
back to life. They said, if he does, bitch, I ain't say, hey Siri. Came back to life, and he was in a coma, I think, or something like that. And they said even if he does coming out of this, he'll be in a vegetative state. That did not happen. He's regular, normal, up, walking, doing everything.
So my cousin.
So explain that.
First of all,
that defies the science that we know.
What defines the science of that is because at the end of the day, they still to this day, any scientist will tell you, they can't explain the human body 100%. They can't tell you what the human body is capable of because there's no limits. Everything is mind over matter, my brother. This is nothing but a physical world, and we live in a spiritual realm. So at the end of the day, you feel pain because you know what pain is. If I never told you what pain was, you wouldn't know what it is. So if you felt it, you'd be like,
but that goes just back to the thing where I was saying that we've defined everything. So why do we?
But you're going to define anything because
and that's why I say we define.
What makes you comfortable.
And that's why I say we define science. So it's like, how the fuck can I follow?
You can't redefine something that can be proven though. That's what my point is. You can't sit here and say, what about science? But science can prove that this thing exists.
That's the whole point of the Bible.
And that's why I asked the miracle thing.
Prove me miraculously that Jesus rose and went to the sky. Because at the end of the day, we all know when you die, your soul.
But that's the same thing.
Scientifically proven.
That's the same thing with history, though.
60 pounds, not 60 pounds, 45 pounds of gravity, mass, pressure, leaves your body when you die. This is scientifically proven.
Wait, 45 what?
It's 45. It's like 4.5. I don't think it's 45.
Well, I'm off.
It's 4.5 what?
But there's a certain amount of mass
When you die, there's a certain amount of mass that leaves your body.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny that you brought that up? You know,
So
the scientists.
so you think that's spirits?
Wait. The scientists who did that study thought it was your soul going to heaven or hell.
But that's what they hypothesis was. That doesn't mean that it's true. That doesn't mean that it's true. I'm not sitting there saying
that's a scientist saying.
But that's what he's saying. But if you can scientifically,
I don't think that's what it is.
It's a difference.
We have air in our body,
bro.
So once
There's
you
a
die,
difference.
you're not. The air
if I laid a body right here,
there's air in your body that's still in there. That's still in there.
You defecate when you die. All functions,
not right away though.
Yeah, but all
as soon
functions
as you die,
happen. So you feel me? All your body gives out at one function at a time, bro.
So what happened was this is actually one of those science that was like, so there's like a code of ethics and morals in science.
They put this nigga behind a radar with fucking heat signatures, and they seen the heat leave that nigga body.
Oh yeah,
they weighed a guy. They was weighing a guy, and when he died, the weight, his body automatically outgate as soon as he died, went down 4.5 pounds or some shit like that, like outgate. So the idea
pounds,
I think it's like pounds, ounces or something.
Maybe. I don't know,
but something like that. So,
exactly. I was just saying though, but there's a part of you that leaves your body.
So seeing where is that coming from? Because technically, you like that soul, fast, you wouldn't lose.
I'm not saying that souls don't exist. I'm saying God doesn't exist.
But how? So if souls don't exist, if souls exist, but God doesn't exist, what is the soul here to do?
A soul is here to live. Like at the end of the day, it's
energy. It's
energy, bro. But look, everything has personality. And this is wrong. This is the wrong way to put it, but I'm gonna roll with it. Everything has personality, bro. Everything has. When they sell something to you, it has to have the personality of something that you want. Even when you see any movie of an alien or anything taking over a body, it takes over the shell of that person. So the soul, I feel like the soul exists. Like at the end of the day, I'm not saying that hell.
So do you believe in like? We're gonna get off this in a minute, but do you believe in like witchcraft type shit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
witchcraft ain't nothing but alchemy. Witchcraft ain't nothing but science.
Taking over people's bodies and
yes,
shit like
if you
that.
have the right frequency and you have the right chemicals, you can do whatever to a motherfucker. If I make a potion that
what they call
chemically fucks you up, you ain't never heard bitches down south. My people from Louisiana.
That's what I was just saying.
A bitch put some blood in your spaghetti or your food, you supposed to fall in love with her.
Ew. Her blood or any blood?
Her blood.
Her menstrual blood.
Yeah.
Her menstrual blood.
Yeah.
That's all they say.
They doing that out here.
So there's still ties to spirituality and ethics of witchcraft or science, because at the end of the day, witchcraft ain't nothing but alchemy, my nigga. Alchemy ain't nothing but science.
I've never heard that word before. Alchemy. I'm gonna have to look into that.
You gotta look up.
The only thing I know is
alchemy, my nigga.
Producer.
Dead ass. Alchemy was here before any solution to how things could be healed or repaired. Alchemy, dead ass. Alchemy started everything. But this was not evil witchcraft. This was people coming up with solutions and ideals of what they thought compounds could possibly do for the human body or for the future of mankind.
Okay.
But you had the Romans who wanted to bring Christianity. What's all the other? You had these niggas that wanted to bring basically religion into the factor, because white people, Europeans, were killing each other so much that people had how we, at the end of the day, a nigga could be like, I don't fuck with that nigga, but we think twice before we kill somebody. White people don't. That's because in their blood, they were born barbaric. You had the barbarians. You had the fucking what Thor was based off a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That was a motherfucking Viking.
I gotta disagree, bro. Because I feel like white people come from black people.
They are a genome of our species, but at the end of the day, what we talked about before, they don't compare to us because they're not us. I could be born a red nose fucking terrier, my nigga. But at the end of the day, that doesn't make me a pit bull, or a wolf, or a wolf at all. Like
that's what weak dogs come from.
They may have came off from the species of us, and I honestly.
So then, what would have in there, and then would have just triggered?
Well, I think
history does not show that. History does not show that.
I think there's a story
is that
what
they
happened to white people.
Yeah, they got sent up to the mountains. And that's how they became barbarians.
Because we didn't know what they were. We were like, who the fuck is these white? Like, why are they different from us? And so at the end of the day, black people can be racist, but I wouldn't use the word racist. I'd say they're biased. When anybody that sees something different that they don't understand, they're going to disagree from. Period. Like if I see a nigga,
that's nature. Animals do that.
Think this is the type of setting that you should be having a stick. I'm gonna feel some type of way. I'm gonna go get my stick. So at the end of the day,
I'm gonna go get.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna go get my stick.
So it's at the end of the day, like I feel like white people didn't learn. It's a word, and I can't think of it, but there's a word like that we use, but describing basically that we have humility. White people don't have humility because they've never been taught humility. When the Moors used to go to Europe, they taught them a lot of shit. But you can't teach somebody. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. I can't go get a 4-year-old pit and tell it to sit, my nigga, because I had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do with his birth. I had nothing to do with his grow up. We had nothing to do with that grow up. All we did was give them things that they could prosper from. And what I've learned throughout history of seeing that shit is that them niggas is smart. What they do is they absorb the information and they come back and they take your shit. You feel me? Which is barbaric. So to me, like, white people have always been barbaric. They learned from barbarian. Like,
so would you say the same thing for Genghis Khan? Was he barbaric? I'm just asking questions.
Yeah, he's a barbarian.
What I know, he's absolutely.
He's a barbarian. Yeah.
Okay.
But to be a barbarian, you have to be born from a Neanderthal. A Neanderthal ain't nothing but a barbaric person that has no.
Yeah.
I got.
They have no morals, my nigga. Like,
do you know why Neanderthals aren't here though?
What do you mean? Why? Like, do I know why they're not here?
Why they went extinct?
No, I don't. Tell me.
We made them extinct.
Because we sent them to the mountains.
Because we felt like, well, maybe I'm not going to say we felt like, but I guess we were superior. They didn't have the intellect.
Why do you think they called it the Dark Age and the Gold Age, my nigga? The Gold Age.
But that's what I'm saying. So how
white people in the Dark Age
is that not barbaric?
Black people.
To extinct a whole race, a whole species.
I don't think it's barbaric. Because let's keep it funky. If white people didn't exist, I feel like life for people would be a lot better.
Okay, so next topic.
Not just me saying it. I'm sorry, but I feel personally.
No, for real. Not to cut you off on that, but. Go ahead. You want to finish something? Finish the last thoughts.
I was just gonna say, I gotta disagree with that because from my research, from what I've been doing, Neanderthals have actually been that idea that they were just barbaric has been kind of disproven now.
Yeah.
By what thesis?
Science, the history of science.
Science.
I mean, the science of history. The science of history.
Just like you fuck that. Say your science because he said your Bible.
What suggests that cavemen weren't barbaric? What argument would you state that cavemen weren't barbaric?
I don't know the research he did, but my thought behind it would be that they weren't barbaric. Just like how I just said, they just weren't as intellectual as we are. So they just did shit different.
It just shows that like they had loving and caring communities. So
they fucked with their own kind.
But I'm saying that's everything.
It's not though.
So other than humans, because we get pets and shit, right. Name other animals that you see interact with other animals. Naturally.
None of them.
Exactly.
So
why would we...
So you're literally sitting here saying, what I've been saying is that species wise.
No, what I'm saying is that don't make them barbaric.
That absolutely makes them barbaric. If they have no communication,
So that makes everybody barbaric, man.
Communication.
Anything that lives is barbaric.
I ain't gonna lie to you. And your science also says that black people have a high amount of Neanderthal genome.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Science. I think it was science.com.
Science.com.
Wow. Science.com.
Just saying.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that all science is 100% accurate, but when you have facts to certain things, my nigga, that can't be disproven.
Mike.
When you have facts that
Don't be afraid
can't be disproven,
Pause.
you can't argue with it because everybody like say fact, 100. So be 100 and factual about what you're saying. If you don't know if God exists, you don't. You okay? Sure,
but that's the whole point.
You have faith. And what's the point of it? Tell me the point. Tell me the point. That's what I'm saying.
That's the whole point that you don't know. The point is to have faith.
Why?
Why not?
You don't. No. I'll tell you why not. Because when I sit there and hear somebody say,
so do you
I got this job and because God wanted me to have it. No, bitch, maybe you was a little bit qualified other than the other motherfuckers that came in that motherfucker.
That's something else different.
Right?
I don't believe in that.
It doesn't mean that God was doing that because at the end of the day, if you hear anything from the Bible, you understand that you are God, my nigga. You control your fate.
For sure.
So at the end of the day, why do you give thanks to a deity that you don't, and then you have no, I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker say, I talk to God. You prove to me that you had communication with this nigga. Give me that nigga number.
Can I say one thing?
Because I got a lot of shit to call this nigga and talk about.
I'd rather give thanks to a deity that I believe loves me than science who gives no.
If he loves you, why the fuck about me? If he loves you, hold on. If he loves you, why the fuck he put you in 200 years of motherfucking slavery to this day? Stop playing.
Hey.
Stop playing. And then your Bible, it tells you to honor your master. So you mean to tell me that God put that in there because we didn't live up to the first commandments or we didn't live up to the agreement? No, my nigga, that was put there to make you feel that what they were doing or what these people were doing to you was okay. And because you're a spiritual person and we believe the ancestors before we believed in God. Period. Hands down.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I wrote with the New Testament, bro. So
why is there two testaments? Nigga, if I say something, don't you expect the nigga to mean something? If I tell you this,
yes and no,
and then I tell you that, you gonna say you a wishy-washy nigga. But if I tell you I'm a real nigga and I tell you something and I stay by what I say, my nigga, that's what makes me a real nigga. So why the fuck does God get the excuse?
So I can't change my mind?
No, nigga, what the fuck?
How come I can't change? So I gotta stick to every.
If you're that person, be that person.
So you don't believe in growth?
Cool, being growth, but at the end of the day, who the fuck are you to sit there and say God changed his mind and there was a New Testament?
And I'm not even gonna say,
who are you?
So my personal belief is that God did not change his mind. My personal belief is that God gave the best.
Why? If God existed,
brother, you cut me off.
Why?
Wait.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Cut me off. It is that God gave these commandments for the best possible situation of that time period. That's my personal.
What?
So if God was saying this,
you know God gave us free will, right?
If he gave you free will, then why does he judge you based off your sins, my nigga? Because at the end of the day, if I tell you,
that's the whole
if you
point.
tell your
that's
bitch,
the whole.
Look,
That's the whole. Hold on. That's the whole point. That's the whole point.
That you can go do whatever the fuck you want to do. I want to do what I want to do. But then you find out this bitch fucking different niggas. You like, you a hoe. How can you judge them based on what the fuck you said?
Don't have hoes behaviors.
Wait, no.
It's the truth though.
First of all,
my nigga. You can't put an expectation on the person without having the expectation for yourself, my nigga.
First of all, just because I tell you can go do what you want to do, don't mean I'm okay with it.
Sure, But don't tell me that it's okay and then judge me behind what I do.
That's not saying that it's okay. Just because I say you have free will to do whatever the fuck you want,
Don't make it right.
that's not me saying it's
It ain't right, but you told me to do what I wanted to do. How can I be blamed if I say I want to leave right now? Boom, I'm done. How can you be like, well, nigga, you told me you was going to come over here and do a full podcast. That's what I want to do. But if I made a commitment to you and I told you that's what I was going to do, as a man, I should honor what I'm saying. So I'll be wrong to dishonor what I said to you, but I'm not wrong for making the choice that I want to leave because I have the free will to do what I want to do.
You just answer your own question.
No, nigga, I just answered your goddamn question. You did? No, I answered your damn question. You have the free will to do whatever you want to do, but that doesn't necessarily mean that God's dictating or God has a hand in things that you do.
You're answering everything that your question.
No.
You are.
I can't wait till you listen to this.
You are answering everything that you questioned.
I'm not questioning anything because at the end of the day, I don't believe that. I believe at the end of the day, like I said before, if God is real, it's a female. Personally, that's how I feel. If God is 100% real, it's a goddess.
Can I ask why, or you want to go to the next subject?
No, ask me why. I want to hear why.
No,
Why?
well, yeah. Why do you feel like
Because women are the only species to be known to reproduce, and if God existed and reproduced a world,
God would be.
Look deeper for me. Subliminally, if you create something and women creates life, is that not the same?
Creating and reproducing are different.
Okay, one thing.
When you produce something, when you a rapper, my nigga, and you in a booth with a motherfucker, that's called producing. So when you produce something, it's at the end of the day, you're giving life to something new.
Okay, I'm gonna ask one question. This is gonna be the end of this.
All right,
42 minutes in. Couple of things. So about women, but then let me get all this out.
Go ahead.
Women.
Cause you rich,
So women,
and you like talking about it. So,
women. So first of all, women were given, according to the Bible, because that's what we talking about. I'm not saying this is what I believe in. This is not what I believe in, but this is what we're talking about.
The word of the Bible. Okay, cool.
Because you said if God is real, it's a woman. So women were given the ability to birth babies, not create, birth babies as a punishment. For
that's
eating
what
the
the
fruit
book
off
says.
Exactly.
That's what the book says.
Right. So that's what kind of would contradict that. But, and then even at the same time, explain, like, I don't know, I just had this thought. It might be a flawed thought. We hold life all the time. Like, the sperm is the life.
I get what you're saying.
They have the egg, but they lose that shit every month.
To create more. To procreate more.
But once they lose it, it's gone. Like, it don't do nothing.
But look though, regardless, we can't sit here and argue
as long as,
that if women wasn't on the face of the earth,
if I go my whole life,
nobody else would be created.
If I go my whole life without nothing, I still got sperm in my sack. That shit don't go nowhere.
But we all sit there, like, one of my problems with people that's gay.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
No.
Go ahead.
I don't care.
This the final thought on this right here. Go ahead.
I don't care if a person's gay, but do not push the fact that it is something that's born into you, because I feel like personally that is a choice, my nigga. And if it is something that you're born with that's going against the grain of reality, because reality tells you that a dick and a pussy makes a baby.
It doesn't tell you. Doesn't. Wait, hold on. It doesn't tell you a dick and a pussy makes baby. It tells you a sperm and an egg makes baby.
Okay, cool. But do any niggas you know got eggs in his ass?
But I'm saying we can make babies by taking sperm out of a man and taking the egg out of a woman.
Cool.
And
but
all we need is a place.
But you prove my point. It takes a woman and a man to do that. So we're not gonna sit here and say that you were born to sit there and be gay, because if you're born that way, personally, I feel like that means you have the chemical imbalance in your brain or a condition that allows you to believe that you're sexually attracted to the opposite sex.
I gotta disagree, bro. I gotta disagree. Okay. There's you can look in wild in the wild, bro, and you can low key see. I hate
Richard say this. No, I know what you about to say. Go ahead, say it.
I hate to say this.
It is,
but
you can see homosexually in other animals.
You can see homosexual.
He did. I didn't catch that.
It's the truth about it.
You can see. You can look it up. You can see homosexuality in animals. Wow. You gotta think.
But it's about dominance. It's about dominance, though. It's not about. It's not about
male
being
dogs
gay.
hump anything.
You ever heard a buck breaking?
Another male dog.
You heard a buck breaking?
Yeah. Okay. I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was okay. Cool. So it was a tool to use to give off dominance, to say that you have no power. When you go to jail and a nigga take your booginity, my nigga.
Your booginity?
I ain't never heard that one.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
Hey, I done heard a couple things, man. I've been locked up a couple times, but anyway,
that's definitely
it's definitely called booginity in the pen. Booginity. But anyway, when the motherfucker take that shit, it's assumed dominance over that person. Is to say that you have no control over what I can do. So you can't relate a choice of sexuality based off a primal instinct. Because the primal instinct is always gonna, animals do that shit. It's to let that motherfucker know, my nigga, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can eat you right now. I can fuck you. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. That doesn't mean that the DNA that they have can procreate. Because at the end of the day, you can't. Elk can't fuck a turtle and make a baby.
I'm not saying.
So okay, but at the end of the day, the same species, the opposite sex, a girl elk and a male elk, can make a baby. So we can't sit there, and this is what I hate about the gay community. You can't sit there.
Whoa.
Now I don't hate. Okay, let me use a better word. I got friends that's gay. But
I got a friend that's black. My best friend is black.
Passive aggressiveness is the best man. But you know what I mean? I got people, you know what I'm saying, that's, doing their thing. But don't sit there and tell me that, this is the way life was supposed to be for you, because it's not. It's not. But you made that choice, or your mind felt like you were attracted to something different, and cool, I can accept that. But say that. Don't sit there and make it seem like, and it's a whole movement. They saying like, oh, we born this way.
The reason why I don't agree that's the choice, because all the shit that people who are gay, all that shit, bro. I this is gonna sound bad, but this is how I feel. I believe all the persecution that they have received. I feel like if a lot of them could change the mic. If a lot of them could not be, so they can feel regular, bro. I feel like a lot of them
persecution.
Bro, I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm not saying
persecution. You talking about 200 slavery ain't worth?
I didn't compare it. You compared
you being gay and niggas want to accept something that ain't reality.
Wait. You compared, not I.
Yeah, we can't do that. Let's go into the next one, because that's a whole. Go ahead.
You can't compare.
Finish your thought.
You compared, not me. I'm just saying. All the persecution that they received. I believe. I 100% believe that if a lot of them didn't have to go through that shit, and they was like, dude, just let me be straight. Tell him let me be straight.
Let me be black.
So I ain't gotta deal with this shit. I think they would have did it.
You think they would have did it, but at the end of the day, why do you think if you do something wrong, it's because you know it's wrong? And the reason why a lot of people don't come out is because they know it's wrong, but they feel different.
No, it's because
I can ask a gay person right now
because they don't feel accepted, bro.
Why did it take so long for you to come out?
Acceptance, bro.
Because
there are some people that believe in that.
Acceptance, and because the reason why you want to feel accepted is because you know what you're doing.
You know that other people think it's wrong.
Sure.
That's what it is.
But at the end of the day,
But that doesn't mean it is.
it is wrong to fuck a nigga in the ass. Like, that's gross. Like, that's gross.
I mean, just
Is it gross to fuck a woman in the ass?
No.
Okay, we're gonna go on to the next one.
go ahead.
So,
Snackavelli, how you doing over there?
I'm good, man.
he said, "I'm just listening, learning, and observing."
Oh yeah, that's what I do, man.
So let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a question about this.
We are not gang affiliated.
So let me ask y'all a question, or let me not ask y'all a question, but make an observation. So I had this thought about. So we not supposed to be, or people don't. The black community does not want to support large businesses, right? Mm-hmm. So the franchise businesses,
Yeah.
But something that I learned, and I learned this a long time ago, but I didn't even think about it till now. There are a lot of black people that they actually own the building and they get all the income. They just got the name under some of these franchises, restaurants specifically.
Yep.
So it's like, how do we supposed to be supporting black-owned businesses, right?
Yep.
But we're not supposed to be supporting.
Can you name me 5 corporations that's fully black besides Russell Simmons, FUBU?
You mean owned by? You know
where I'm going with this. Like, can you name me 5 other people that own 100%? Not know, they in the distribution or they in a franchise, so they're going through. Can you name?
I don't think nobody really owns 100% of anything anymore. Maybe Jeff Bezos. Not even just Bezos. His fucking wife got.
Not true.
Who? So who owns 100%?
Well, yeah, I got.
Yeah.
You want to get technical? Yeah, you're right. Not 100%.
So,
but
so
majority of what they're doing. Like, can you name
Black
owned, black?
I don't know that many, honestly. I've never paid that much attention.
So I can get mad at somebody not knowing that they going to spend money not with a black person.
I mean,
but I think that's the idea, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Trying to raise
it's
awareness.
Like how
you're trying to raise awareness. So like basically, and I think it's a known thing. I think Burger King. A lot of the Burger Kings in Milwaukee are owned by a black woman.
Milwaukee specifically? Oh yeah, I didn't know.
Are owned by a black woman.
Really? I know the story of the nigga that worked at the McDonald's on Wisconsin. The dude that was homeless and that he used to walk up to McDonald's every motherfucking day and shit. And he asked him for a job. He did that shit for years, my nigga, and they finally gave him a job. And now that nigga own like 5 franchise McDonald's.
Yeah.
You feel me? But who the fuck gonna know that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's why I'm trying to bring this up, because it's like we saying don't support big franchise businesses. Yeah. But it's like, some of this shit is black people are in this. They in this.
Support a business that
it's like black people managers at these places,
and bro. Period. Like I work in customer service.
Yeah.
And what I hate about customer service, just because you supposed to be right, my nigga, does not mean I'm your fucking shrink. Like I'm not.
I could never work in customer service.
Like I'm not.
I did that shit one time. I was like, I
because
never do this again.
I could be a whole motherfucking killer, and be like, all right.
You talking to me any type of way?
All right, bitch, cool. And then you know what I'm saying. You don't know me, so when I go into an establishment, I don't know you, and I don't be like, it's just because I'm mad doesn't affect the energy, and that's why I think I'm different than a lot of people. Some people feel the same way. Like, energy to me is everything. If you walk in, you this nigga that's, what's up? What's happening? You like, who the fuck is dude? Like, you know what I'm saying? Automatically, if you're that type of person that's not on that type of environment, you're going to be like, who the fuck is dude? So when somebody comes in mad, I get you're upset. And that's first thing I say, I get you're upset. I'm sorry that this happened. I have no control over that. But what we're going to do today is we're going to try to make sure that we can establish that,
what I've learned also, to cut you off, I'm sorry, real quick.
No, you good.
We working in customer service not to say you're sorry.
But you have to.
No, you don't. Because when you say I'm sorry, you know what you just did?
You telling them that you did something wrong.
You took ownership for it. And even if it wasn't your fault, you just took ownership for it.
But at the end of the day, you're part of the group.
I did.
If one of your niggas do something,
No, because I did learn that too. I heard about that. You're not supposed to say, I'm sorry. You're supposed to say, okay, this is what I can do for you.
This is what we can, let's try to see.
You take
okay, I'm going to do this for you.
But you counterbalance as a hustler, man. You counterbalance by making it sound sweet.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that this happened to you. What I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna try to fix this situation, and let's see if we can't get you a discount for all the troubles and worries. Ooh, and a third. Yeah, I may be taking ownership because I work for this company. So at the end of the day, if somebody fuck up in the company, a person doesn't look at you individually when you have a corporation or a name behind your name, my nigga. Like they look okay. If a bitch say you work at the corner store, my nigga, you work at the corner store. You can't sit there and say Ezel work at the corner store. No, that nigga work at the corner store.
But yeah, I feel you on that. But like a lot of times people come in, they tell you problems that don't even have to deal with shit. You know what I'm saying? And you don't ever want to say like, I'm sorry.
Customer service.
Yeah, but you gotta like try to figure out like ways around to say I'm sorry, so you don't take that ownership for shit. You know what I'm saying? And that shit don't fall back on you. Of course, your ass gonna be like,
I'm sorry, ma'am. You know, I wasn't here. I just got here. All I can do right now is try to fix this way. Like, of course, you ain't gonna try to take ownership. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, you're not apologetic because you did something wrong or you guilty. You're apologetic because if you had nothing to do with it, and now you have to deal with it, I'm sorry that we both going through this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm sorry that I have to even, because I don't want to talk to no customer about no fucking situation, my nigga. Period. I just want to do my job and go home. Like, that's it. So if I got to talk to you, it's like, man, I'm sorry that we had to go through this because I don't want to go through this. And I'm really saying it in, like, an asshole way. Like, it's like, man, I'm sorry that we got to go through this shit. Like, because like this morning, a nigga.
What do you do? If you don't mind sharing.
Okay.
Or don't say the company or shit.
What I've learned through our customer service, bro, is that.
No, I'm saying who do you work? Like, what do you do?
Oh, okay.
Like,
So I work for a storage facility. I work for Q-Smart. Oh. So I get the plug on everybody's shit. And
so
auction. Hey,
I always wanted to do that shit. Go to that storage auction shit.
Nigga, you'll fuck around and really find nigga. I got nigga, my 9mm got some high points FMJs because I done went in a locker and whatever. But I ain't say where I worked or the location. So, but regardless. What I do is I basically.
You 5 finger.
No, what I do is if I see opportunity, I take it.
Okay.
I don't look at it as stealing. If a nigga drop $5,000, you're not gonna look for the nigga that dropped $5,000. Let's be real.
What you talking about is different. We talking about a locked up
slipping, nigga. You slipping. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But if you want to be that nice guy that day, and you want to be a good Samaritan, by all means. But you know what I'm saying. If you see something and that benefits you, shit.
Man, that sounds barbaric.
Hey, I only learned it from my ancestors. Nigga, this is what I grew up on. I grew up capitalistic, so that's all I know. Is to fuck over and try to get over and get more, my nigga. That's how, nigga. But at the end of the day,
I can't do it.
You gotta learn. At the end of the day, like, fam, as a person, I used to be a thief. Hell yeah, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I used to watch you.
No, nigga. I used to.
I'm about to watch you.
One thing I prided myself on.
Give you a pat down before you leave.
I never
pat you down before you leave.
Yeah.
But if you was a nigga in the hood, that like, I got this. Nigga.
I ain't mad at that.
Oh no, but I mean it like that.
Yeah.
I said I ain't mad at that
nigga. I was that nigga. Like, you got this, that, and the third. Like, all right, cool. Let me find out where you stay at. You feel me? But what I had to learn is the world is a small place. And things that you do, that's why I stay with a gun. You feel me? Because I'm scared that I might run into a motherfucker that I did wrong. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that motherfucker, like, I done put guns to niggas' faces. Like, how would that make you feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, I see this nigga.
I'm glad I met you on this side, then. I'm glad I met you on this side.
But like, you know, when you broke, my nigga, you hungry, my nigga. If you really one of them niggas that they I'm down, like, my nigga, you eat how you eat, my nigga. Period. Like, whether you gotta take it, you gonna eat. You feel me? Like, that's period. Like, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never put a bitch at gunpoint. Y'all wanna hear a funny ass story?
Yo.
But you want to hear a fun story? So, all right. So I was over there on 76 Mill Road, right? I went to the store.
Location,
Bro, no.
Look.
Beep up the location, bro.
So I had pulled up at the gas station, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go in here and buy some liquor or whatever. And you know, it was this bitch, and she was, you know, she gave me the eye contact. You know, I'm like, okay, whatever. She was ugly, but I'm like, bitch, you get fucked. So like, you know, she like, I said something. We got to chopping it up. She got to pulling money out the ATM. I'm like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, that was around the time nigga was homeless. Like, I was thirsty. I was like, okay, like, bitch, you gotta stop playing. So, the bitch or whatever, like, she was telling me her story or whatever. You know, she got a whole baby daddy. This bitch pregnant. She like 3 months pregnant. Like, bitch, what are you doing out here?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, see, I'm trying to make my money. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, you, like, okay, cool. I'm going to treat you how you treat yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so the bitch wanted to sell me some pussy. I had a couple. So funny enough, I had bought my nigga gave me some fake 20s. Like, they had the little dragon letters on the back. But it looked legit. Like, if you fold it, it looked legit. So, like, and we in a dark car. So, if you give it to a motherfucker, like, and they ain't really thinking about it, like, they gonna pocket it off. All right, yeah, bro. All right, you know what I'm saying? They gonna be salty as hell when they find out. Looking at they paying money. But, yeah, the bitch or whatever, you know, she was trying to use pussy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I got a bitch. She was like, I need to be paid up front. And I'm like, all right, bitch, cool. Gave her a little $40, you know, 40 fake dollars.
40? What he gonna do?
40 ball.
I don't know why they think hoes just start selling pussy for the 40. But bitches been selling pussy for the 40 for a long time.
Yeah.
And then, so like, you know, we went over there, you know, the industrial place right under the bridge on Mill Road. Right off the set, on the right, there's an industrial place. You pull off right there, whatever.
Oh, shit.
Bless you, son.
Thank you.
And this bitch, you know, she's so stupid. I tell her like, bless you again. This bitch so stupid. I tell her like, I'm like, yeah, we gonna fuck in the back. And she like, all right. So I like, but I'm like, she started climbing over my seat. I'm like, no, my shit gonna cave in. My shit hollow. I don't know why I said that, but it makes sense. But
Quick on your feet.
Right, yeah. So she like, okay, I get out, go. Nigga, that bitch hopped out the car. She was butt ass naked. It had to be like about 30 degrees. 30, 20. Hey. But my point was, bitch, you gotta prove now you gotta call your baby daddy and explain to this nigga why the fuck you butt ass nigga, no money. And where the fuck was you at? Like, man, like, what the fuck was you doing? This bitch really, so I, you know, locked the door, drove up, woo. That was the only time I ever robbed her. Only time. She deserved it.
Oh,
though.
you peeled off on her ass?
Oh, yeah. I peeled off on her. She got out the door. I click. All right, bitch. I threw her clothes out. She got dressed, maybe.
Maybe.
He definitely did.
I ain't stay around to figure out. Nigga. She had like $400 in that purse. I took that whole purse. But she deserved that shit, man. You out here, you got a baby daddy, you pregnant and shit.
Trying to.
Like,
I mean, she tried. Well, but you said it though. Wait. But you said it.
Work and make sure he
you said it.
Income and
you said it though.
Here, like,
that's how she probably make her ends. You gotta get it how you live. That was probably her way to eat.
Some people, I feel like some people take advantage of the whole idea. Get how you live. Like my cousin. One thing I used to ask my cousin was straight D boy. This nigga stuck, can't walk. My nigga, he been shot 2 times. My nigga, just off his life. You feel me? But one thing I used to ask him is, why you don't just get a job? And some niggas just don't want to work, bro. Like, it's just period. Like, some niggas just don't want to work.
It's not quick enough.
your aspiration, not your aspiration, but your inspiration is based off what you want in life, my nigga. And a man without no dreams ain't a man at all. So if you got something that's going for you and then you want to see it,
is that a dream?
Fruition, a dream is something that you want to see for yourself.
Is hustling illegally a dream?
No.
So what you're saying
I don't
is
blame niggas
because he
hustling.
didn't have a dream.
What I blame niggas is for making hustling their life. Like
so that was so what you were saying about the dream is that because he doesn't have a dream.
When you
he
hustle,
fell
my
into
nigga, if I'm selling dope, if I like and I done been told by like real OGs, my nigga, if I'm selling dope, I'm not selling dope, my nigga, to make money. I'm selling dope to put money to the side so that I got lawyers. And so the money that if I'm paying these heads off, when I get caught up, I'm out. You feel me? You don't hustle to make a way, my nigga. You hustle to get by. Anybody, any hustler tell you, my nigga, you can sit there and say you sell 12 pounds a day, my nigga. That money gone. That money spent. So at the end of the day, you hustle to get by, my nigga.
But I feel like that's like
what nigga got thousands of dollars in the bank right now that sold weed? Tell me.
Listen, I want to be selling.
Tell me.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It just don't make sense.
Tell you that.
But I feel like, but what I
on air.
but what I will say,
incriminate.
Okay, cool.
Hey, but what I will say, but
maybe some niggas out here I don't know about.
Listen. What I will say though, is if the hustle smart way is to figure out what you can do to put your money so it's making itself.
Sure,
like, I know,
but any hustler know any real hustler, my nigga, knows there's a short time. There's a time frame to being a hustler, my nigga.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you can't hustle. You can't be out here 45, my nigga.
But niggas fall in love with...
Like,
niggas fall in love with the fast money, though. The fast money.
45-year-old nigga you buy weed from. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a time frame. I mean...
I know a 45-year-old woman that sell weed.
But the bitch, she bad?
I'm not gonna speak on that.
Well, get that bitch my number. But I need some weed. But at the end of the day, like you based off the time, my nigga, and anybody in any time, either famous or not, what we've known is that everybody has their shine, my nigga. Everybody has their high moment. You feel me? But it ain't forever. What's forever, my nigga, is working a 9 to 5. Hating your job.
That's not forever.
That is forever.
It's not forever.
It's not forever until you find out something that you want to do that you really like. A job is only something that you don't like.
You working
doing.
9 to 5 right now, right?
Absolutely. And
so you think you're gonna do that shit forever?
I hope the fuck not. I'm not gonna sit there and...
I'm just asking. You said it was forever, so I'm just asking.
I got aspirations for myself. I want to own a business. I feel like I'll be a great businessman. I feel like I'll be a great speaker. I feel like I'm a hustler, period, my nigga. I
got 5 years in my shit. What I'm doing right now, I got 5 years.
Nigga, I feel like...
5 years. And that's pushing it.
But it's up to me to find my niche. You feel me? It's up to me to find out what I'm good at and to motivate myself to push it. You feel me? And so that's why I say everybody's in their own dynamics to be their own gods, my nigga. Like, you control your fate. You control what I want. What I will say is, not fate. What I always say, fate can't be changed. No, fate can't be changed. But
I hate when that shit happen.
Change that shit. Whatever.
Happened to me. Happens to the best of them. It happened to me a couple weeks ago. I had a good ass phrase. I was like, God damn, what is it?
What I'm saying is, you can't change fate. Like the book is written, but what you can change is the situation that you inhabit. You feel me? Like you don't have to be broke. You feel me? Like, you can change that. Whether you hustling, selling dope, whatever. But to all my niggas that's out there, my nigga, don't make that your day job. If you want to hustle, my nigga, and this is even a better option, because at the end of the day, we know what's wrong with black people, my nigga. We don't have no economic system whatsoever. You sit there and talk about black businesses, my nigga. Well, what black business that you know that had show me a black business that has a whole acre of land that they own. That's not through a company that they either sharing through, profit through, like.
But it's steps though.
It's steps, man. Let me tell you something.
I will agree with. So y'all ever see
like
Killer Mike when he did that thing? So Killer Mike, so what he did was You know, he got that little shit on Netflix and shit like that. And he was trying to.
I still haven't watched it.
He was trying to figure out like what. He was trying to shop completely black. Completely black.
But it's impossible.
But it was impossible because like if I go to your restaurant, well, guess who your product's coming through. If you know what I'm saying, if I want to go, you know what I'm saying.
You're never going to own
if I want to do liquor, guess who?
But that's the whole point of it, is what I was saying when you said about who owns 100%. There's not even in the black community. Like there's no company that you can name that one person 100% owns.
My point was with that is that white people have a lot more percentage of getting capital than we do. Like even niggas, nigga, how you think every Arab has a fucking store, nigga? They come over to this country,
but
they give them 5 years without paying no taxes, and then they give them this stipend to create their business.
But I'm saying, but with
niggas gotta hustle. I worked on 35th and motherfucking North. Right there from pasties and all that shit at Metro PCS. It's a nigga named Black. He owned the store right next door. How good do you think that nigga's store did compared to at the corner? Because there's a liquor store slash fucking store. Liquor store slash like foods and all that shit. They make nachos and all that shit. You feel me? How long you think he lasted?
But that
was an Arab store though.
And that's because it's been there.
But look though, you know what his number one argument was with black people? Every time they come in here, they ask me for a discount. But you don't go down there and ask that nigga for a discount.
Because you don't expect the black person.
So black people, like, you know why black business don't prosper, my nigga? Because at the end of the day, we've been conditioned to believe that anybody that's of the same
white ice is colder.
Anybody that's of the same pigment is trying to get over on you. And so you want to get things at the cheapest price to feel comfortable with your buy, not to satisfy what they want, or you know what I mean, period. When you buy something, like, you know what I'm saying, if you told me you was selling me your Jordans for $150 and I wanted it for $100, I'm not gonna be satisfied if I buy it for $150. But you a black business.
Right.
You feel me? But if I sit there and say, oh, fuck that, and then fucking Toby down the street paying $140 for the same Jordans, and I get them $140.
I think I'm going to $140.
But you know what it is about that too, though. Even sometimes with certain black business, you can keep on going to them, and sometimes you'll feel like they should show you a deal, and they won't. Cause like my barber,
they not
hold on. Cause like my barber, I've been going to this nigga since I was.
He charged you $30.
11 years old. Yes, this nigga.
I know.
I can have. But look, I can have an appointment. This nigga be an hour and a half late. Don't give me nothing off. It's still $30.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, come on, why I'm gonna keep coming to you?
You know why?
I've been coming to you for.
Cause I'm a nigga that's gonna.
I've been coming to you for 20 years.
Go down the street and get that nigga.
I cut my own shit now. No, I cut my own shit now though.
I feel you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I've been coming to you for 20 years, bro. And if you late, you should. Hey, all right, you know, don't worry. Hey, this one on me.
The whole pandemic.
5 off.
Yeah. My barber was going.
Even hold on, because even when I go to you and you on time, I tip you
Right.
properly.
Yep.
So it's like, if you late,
at least $3.
If you late,
What you mean?
if you
28?
late an hour and a half or an hour,
You should
and
be
you still want to charge me the
Yeah.
full, come on.
You know, y'all know what I do hate though.
But I expect that from anybody.
That's what I'm saying.
It's customer service though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
And we sometimes,
your mistake.
and sometimes we,
Regardless if it ain't just so happen to be you personally, but your establishment that you work for, you have to represent that and say, this is not what we stand for, so let me take that initiative. It's that little E and extra that makes you extraordinary in what you do. So when you
look at this nigga with the little phrase, the little E in extraordinary, that makes you extra.
I like that.
But at the end of the day, that's what separates people.
But the point that I'm trying to say is like, that'll even discourage you to go to black people. It's like, I've been going to you and I've been supporting you, and you fucked up, but you still want me to pay full. No.
Yeah,
because black people have bad work ethics.
One more thing. One more story. I took my baby mama for our first baby, our baby shower. She went to this lady to do her makeup here. and the girl was late, like big time late, like 2 hours late.
Damn.
And still expected her to pay full charge. It's like, come on.
You got me fucked.
Half off. Half.
Why? I'm not gonna come back to you.
Time.
Why would I come back to you?
Time is money. Can't get that
But
time.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's a personal decision. If you want to be a business person,
But that's my point in us supporting black people. It's like sometimes the black business is
the
fucked
famous
up.
saying? You can bring a camel to the water, but you can't make it drink.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I can support a black business all I want, my
But
nigga.
you can't make them
Funny
have
story.
good customer service.
On Brown Deer Road, my nigga, on 96, there's a smoke shop. This nigga, as many times I've been there, this nigga ain't never been in this store at the time that it's saying on the fucking clock. But regardless, he opened up 15 minutes, I want to say like 20 minutes late. My bitch like, damn, nigga, what the fuck you been at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you say you open at 11, he tried to cuss us out. And it's like, how are you mad at me? Because I'm trying to shop with you
fucking up.
And that you ain't here at the time that I need what I need.
Y'all know what pissed me off
Like what?
about black business? When them motherfuckers change the rules when they want to change the rules. Like one day, like nigga tried to do like a call in. I was trying to get some barbecue. We probably all know where I'm trying to get some barbecue from. Trying to call and get some barbecue. Oh, we ain't taking orders today. How the fuck you not taking orders today?
why?
Why you changing the rules? Like you know
White
what I'm
people
saying?
are scared of being sued. Black people ain't.
That might be a good point, but but like as your establishment, your establishment takes in call in orders. So why you not taking in call in orders today?
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm
Explain that
saying?
to me.
That's what I'm saying.
Explain that to me.
Like I ordered a fucking
because
How many McDonald's you
right
been
though
to where
because
their ice cream machine wouldn't work?
but you're right though because
They come with ice cream.
because
like,
like
Go with
nigga
McDonald's.
like when I feel like I go to a business enough, I feel like I should get discount because I'm
you should
supporting.
show me some love.
I'm
at some
inconvenient.
point. Yeah.
Because I would do the same. I would do the same for you. If
Exactly.
But that's also building like that's building like what the fuck you call that shit, like that customer buyer relationship,
Right.
and shit like that. And I feel like yeah, so
Make me wanna
like,
come back.
Make me want to come back next time you come in.
No, what it is, it's like a customer appreciation. Like, yo, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
They gonna
Nigga,
plug
You got
first time
I'm gonna give you 10% off for this
Nigga,
time.
All right, I'm gonna plug you.
Or I'm gonna throw this in for you.
Exactly, nigga.
Whoa.
But
that's
like
to bring it
haircuts,
back.
like the haircuts. Funny you should brought that shit up because like, nigga, I used to love my barber. Like he come my son here with my son in town and shit like that. But like, I was like, hey, like I ain't got the cash. Let me run it to you on next haircut. Or if I tip him extra, he be like, oh, I ain't got no change. I be like, all right, hold the dub. Just take the 10 off the next haircut. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Like bro, like that's that relationship that you're supposed to build with the black businesses and shit like that. And I feel like you're right. I do feel like a lot of
asking for a discount.
No, it's not.
You just said that's the relationship you're supposed to build, but business
it's
ain't
like
a relationship, my nigga. Business is business.
No, it's not. Because look at it. Look at it like this.
It's not just business.
It's certain stores that have they membership shit, right? Where you can sign.
Paying a fee for that shit.
No, you're not. It's some place. Walgreens.
Or you paying more for it?
No, like Walgreens.
Rewards.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You know how much money? You know how many transactions you got to get, my nigga, to get 1,000 points? Like,
But that's
but
the
you
point.
you get a discount for just being with them sometimes.
Exactly. They have certain stuff. It's like, okay, if you got your shopper's card or whatever this place is, this product right here, certain
50%,
product is 50% off, or buy one get one free, or buy one get 50.
And you're not paying extra
That's
for
the
that
type
shit.
of shit you're supposed to do when you got a business.
You want them. I want to make you come back.
you're going to always advertise your business to make the best prices or discounts. But you can't expect a discount just because, what my point was, what I hear a lot, like,
Yeah, you're right.
like,
But the point we trying to make
You know
is
what
that
I'm
it's
saying?
like,
Like,
if I've been coming to you for X amount
but
of
then
time,
that's like calling an electric company and like, I've been with you for 5 years, paying my bill on time, I deserve 2 months of free election. like what the fuck? Like that.
I might try that. I might try that. I'm gonna call him and see.
Hey,
They gonna be like, what?
I'm not.
they gonna be like, get your ass out here. You gonna pay this?
Man,
shit.
I've been paying y'all on time for 30 years, y'all.
But that's what we've been built on is.
But I think
building and
I think
who's
that is
ever
kind
better.
of. I think that is different, just because they're kind of in customer service.
They really not. Though.
But they not.
They're not.
It's kind of like a necessary service.
Any interaction with a customer, my nigga, is customer service. Because
Yeah.
you're assisting
But I'm
them,
saying it's
you're
not-
assisting them into what they have or what they need to be done.
It's not really customer. Like
That's customer service, my nigga. Look up the definition right now.
Nigga, if I gotta pay taxes, bro, that's damn near like paying taxes though. I don't expect the
You
people
don't
to
pay
be
taxes to that goddamn corporation, nigga. You
Nigga.
pay taxes because you pay the government.
No, so-
you
but the
should be looking
government
at the police
contracted- no,
for courtesy.
No,
you should be
but-
looking at the government.
The government contracted We Energy
for
stuff.
leniency, my nigga. If you want to go there, my nigga,
But
because you're paying the government, you're not paying these corporations, my nigga. They separate than that. So,
But the government contracted them out.
Without we energies,
Cool.
you ain't got no energy.
They
cool.
They contracted them out.
But look at your government for leniency. Don't look at the corporation, my nigga. They ain't nothing but business trying to get rich.
I'm not saying that, bro.
They no different than
I'm
you.
not saying that. I'm not saying that
You know
at
what I
all.
mean?
No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying though is that like nigga, like nigga, it's been motherfuckers where I ain't gonna lie, where I told Scooter, like, my homeboy got a clothing brand, right? And when I told you, Soul Venture, the one I said Soul Venture. It basically he just makes t-shirts and shit like that, and he got shorts and shit that he make.
He do?
and shit like that. Yeah.
What it look like?
You obviously didn't tell
I
him.
definitely brought the funny thing because I brought this shit up on the
He probably did. I was just
and
What? Who?
I brought it up on the podcast too. The funny, but so the nigga, I would buy shit, but I'd be like, hey bro, if I tell the nigga like, hey bro, I ain't got the money right now, but I need four shirts, I'm gonna get 4 shirts ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get what you're saying because of the relationship.
because sometimes that black business need to start building that relationship.
That's like asking a nigga on the corner, like, bro, you got a 10 sack, let me borrow it to next week.
Nigga, weed men do it all the time though,
it's
right?
Still a gamble though.
Weed men do it all the
It's still
time.
a fucking gamble.
Weed men, but if
I've been coming to you for years. It's like, come on now.
Every now
for
and
a certain
then,
amount of time. And I ain't never. Yeah.
If I know you for 10 years and you've been buying weed for me all. Yeah,
bro, I ain't got this time. But
because you know why? Because I know where the fuck you live at, nigga. That's
my weed man used to do it.
You're gonna pay me back,
Yeah.
but because I know if I need my money, my nigga, I know where to get you.
That's not even it either, though. My weed
man.
man did not know where I lived. I used to go to. I knew where he lived. I used to go to this nigga house. He never pulled up on me.
He knew you was gonna.
And he would throw me shit all the time because I used to I would always go to him.
You building that relationship. You building that relationship.
And he'll throw me. Oh, I threw a couple extra sacks in there for you.
Niggas throw weed away at such a disposal because they got
Mike.
bullshit.
Mike.
Well,
Lean up in the mic.
you said lean up in the mic, but if the weed man
Like,
just trying
who
to get
has
off,
ever in Milwaukee got good weed?
No. Listen. You said the weed man. If the weed man just trying to get it off, I appreciate you giving that shit to me.
Cause he tries to get it on.
That's cool, but I appreciate that because you could have gave that shit to somebody else, but you gave it to me,
nigga. I came up on 4 pounds. This is a good story. So I was broke. I was living on Water Street. Some nigga in the building, I guess, was selling weed. A package. My neighbor, this little bitch was, come to Walmart with me. I happened to be walking past this package at the time, and I don't know what it was. Like I said, I don't believe in God, but I believe in spirits or something. Tingle me, my nigga, my spidey senses was tingling. And nigga, this package was something special. I looked at it, motherfucker said California. Nigga, I took that motherfucker in the house. I split that motherfucker over there. Nigga, it was 4 motherfucking pounds. I'm not even bullshit. I put that on Liliana Milan Carter Lewis. That's my daughter. 4 pounds. I ain't even no drug dealer. I smoke weed. But at the end of the day, nigga, I wanted to get rid of it. Like, it wasn't no gas, but it was gas enough to, like, hey, nigga, come buy this shit. But so when I feel like when niggas get rid of it, like, I'm a quality over quantity type person. So if somebody trying to get off some shit, I don't really want it. And it ain't because you black. It's just because I want the best, my nigga. I want the best for myself. And one thing I watched a video on about white people learned about black people was that we want finer things in life.
Say that again?
One video that I watched about black people and how white people sell to black people is that black people like finer things.
Oh, absolutely.
Why? Because we're tied. We think real deep for me right now. We're used to gold. We're used to finer things, but we've been taken from that intangible item. So like we make up for it by buying expensive cars, buying chains, buying things that make us feel pretty and happy.
Well,
But
I got
you are already used to it.
Well, I got another theory on that though. Not disagreeing with your theory. I got another theory on that is that black people got used to the finer things because the only time we showed that we had something or we were deserving was Sunday's best. And that's when the slave masters on Sundays going to church, taking their slaves, will actually dress them up in nice clothing.
We had the finer things over there.
So I'm not disagreeing with you. So the fact that like that was our time to show off.
I never even knew that.
So yeah. So then that was our time to show
I don't
off.
even want to get dressed up and go to church no more now.
Yeah.
Miss Adams coming down
with her big ass hat
with
on,
a fruit basket on her head.
And that was because that was conditioned
in
to show
their
off.
mind that you supposed to get super sharp for church. And that's why I'm against religion, because I feel like religion is something that has been put to control.
Oh shit, we back on the religion.
Yeah. It's because at the end of the day,
we're not going back to
tie
religion.
into things.
We ain't going back to religion.
No, we going back there.
No, we not.
Look, we've learned that this are things that we supposed to do, and we just established that with this conversation.
That's life, though.
But
everything we do is learn.
But cool.
Why do we drive cars?
Just because you learn that a gun makes you backwards don't mean that it does.
That a gun makes you what?
Backwards. If I tell you, if you ain't never shot a gun, I tell you, the gun shoot backwards. You're gonna believe that, my nigga. Like, it ain't no doubt about it, because if I keep you from the world,
but
that's like them niggas in South Korea.
You know how deeper that can go, though?
Look,
it's back.
Kim Jong.
Listen to this. Hold on. I got you on this. Listen to this. You know, way back in the day, men used to wear heels, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's where the heel came from.
So that's what I'm saying. Everything we do is...
Let's go, but you saying man, but let's dignify the man, because at the end of the day, I don't know no African that wore heels. You feel me?
That I don't know about. I just know that heels was supposed to be
heels
a hierarchy
were a fashion trade that somebody made a business idea. Exactly. Boom. But that doesn't mean that was a product of what we were solutioning to be.
But the point I'm trying to make is that everything that we do is just learn everything.
Yeah, everybody's an originator of something. But that is, to me, just because you're originator of something, let's be honest. Every nigga was like, man, let me stop using the word nigga. Every black man was a ingenuity brain for an invention. Period. Like the Wright brothers, I found out, wasn't even their original design to make a plane fly. A black man, I don't know his name, and you can look it up on fucking Google, or I can look it up on
Google.
Yeah. But a black man came with the design of flight using science.
Hey Google.
You feel me?
That's fine. Oh my god.
Yeah, a black man came up with the design using science of aerodynamics to be used to make a flying design. And then boom, you got Leo da Vinci, whatever the fuck that nigga name was. That nigga came up with a flying machine. Do you honestly believe white people came up with the solution of all type of
inventions, bro. Like
no. So no, and I agree. I agree with you on that. Have you watched that? Have you watched Kevin Hart did some 2 years ago on Netflix? I think it was 2 years. The Black History thing he did on Netflix, and basically he went through like history, like the black people you don't hear about and stuff like that,
bro.
Like,
and I hate
like
what about Rosa Parks? Like bro, there's so many other people that you don't even fucking know about. So shut the fuck up.
So like he brought up like how the black man created the potato chip, and it was a white man who came into his restaurant complaining that his fries were too thick.
Black people wasn't even allowed to fucking read. So how are you even allowed to patent something that you create?
Or the black man who did like was the open heart transplant or something like that. Y'all ever hear about that doctor?
Carter.
Yeah,
I know you're talking about.
But he couldn't get the license to be a doctor. So like
he used to work on kids. Like I don't know if you ever heard of white people turning blue. Like I don't know what that disease.
Yeah.
There was a whole movie on this nigga, bro. Like on some real shit. This man literally started heart surgery
and then couldn't get the credit for it because
he was a nigga.
So like I do
like this is crazy. Yeah. This is crazy. Like so like when I hear people say like God and all this, like I feel like personally, bro, we are gods, bro. We've had this knowledge from ancestry, and
you're a 5%er.
Ooh,
that's what you call it.
Bro, I think you would love 5%.
I'm an illuminated one, most definitely.
You've never heard of the 5%?
Bro, you damn near 5%.
I heard of 1%.
You will love
5% is what?
The 1%ers. That's money.
That's the
5%ers.
5% of the 5 niggas that got chosen to be underneath them niggas.
No, so 5%ers.
The idea is that 85. What is it? You might be able to explain it better.
So 85% of the people don't know.
10% take advantage of or what's really known.
And or 10% actually know, and then the 5%
no, but the 10% that know take advantage of it. Like they hold on to it and they take advantage of everybody.
No. It's like I know the shit, but I'm not telling you the shit.
And I'm not telling you, and I'm using
a degree. And then
like,
the 5%, like you got Masons, there's a degree.
And then the 5%
degree of how much you know.
No. It's different. So 85%, like it's like 85% of people don't know. 10% of the people know,
but they're not telling. They're not telling, and they take advantage of the people that don't know.
And then the 5%,
and there's the 5% that know,
like
that know,
industry,
and they teach.
That don't sound like the music industry.
No. It's nothing. It's nothing to do with like music and shit.
It can apply to anything.
It can apply to anything, but it's more of a.
It's a spiritual,
a spiritual, more of the black. You brought up like.
It's kind of in the Nation of Islam a little bit. But not quite.
I get what you're saying. Like it's a different belief,
bro.
Yeah, I think among standards,
because that's kind of still like in a religion thing. But the 5%ers believe like they know the 5%
I am the God.
I'm the God, and I know.
Only I
the real of the world,
right?
But I don't use it to my advantage.
Bro, you should check it out, bro.
Yeah,
I think you would definitely like that, bro. Definitely check that out for real. The 5%.
I like I said, man. I just believe in I believe in circumstance.
You ever see those
math,
people?
Science.
You ever see those like the black people like hey my brother, what they be saying like let me teach you something today about yourself, Black King. And
like
stuff like that.
You heard him say, he said the science. He said you was teaching us the science. That's where it came from. The 5%.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, bro. You definitely check that out, bro. I think that's something you'll be definitely.
They got. I've looked into it before. They have that the science and the math.
Yeah,
and it's like it's.
They got like some like the rules. And shit,
it's
bro.
a lot. I was like, oh my god, this is a lot.
But it's some shit, bro. I think you would definitely enjoy, bro.
I mean, like I said, I just go off based off facts, bro.
Yeah. Hey, fellas. I got dip out. All right, I'm gonna head out. SpongeBob, I mean, but
it's been great, bro. It's been great. It's been a great conversation.
Hell yeah, appreciate y'all having me back on. Definitely gonna slide back through when I'm done traveling the 7 seas.
Yeah. This nigga be out here.
Keep it water.
Well, I do appreciate y'all. All right.
Oh yeah.
All right, there.
Bro, be safe out here.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Be cool how you be cool.
You a sick nigga. You are sick. You are sick. That is nasty.
Bitch, stop. I was really hard the whole time. Like, little do you know, bitch. A couple more seconds of that, I might fuck you. But
I can't do it, dog. The way my anxiety set up, I be fucked up. I don't want to deal with this. I'll slide on your ass quick. You'll never hear from me.
Man, I guess I'm a little bit of both.
You an In-N-Out nigga. In-N-Out burger ass nigga. He said,
What's crazy is when I'm in, I'm in. But shit, when I'm out, I'm out.
Yeah.
I
Me
feel
too.
you.
I'm the same way.
I feel you. Like that's
the crazy thing about like when you make a baby with a woman, you not with
what
her.
I learned,
you
bro.
just can't be out.
What these niggas out here don't understand, but like making a baby, bro, does not solidify you being with a woman for the rest of. Like I know niggas want,
but you just can't be out. You just can't disappear on her. Like
I know niggas.
You do
I know
other people.
I know niggas live by that prehistoric code where like you make an imprint on a bitch. That that's when you make a baby with a bitch.
I done made imprint bitches without.
But
babies.
at the end of the day, you gotta understand that a baby doesn't tie you to a person. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. At the end of the day, you had a child with that person, but that doesn't tie you to a person.
Why not?
Why doesn't it tie you? Because you have obligation to that person. Like you have obligation to that child, and that right there is the number one reason why people get co-parenting fucked up, because you think because y'all had a baby together that what I eat make you shit, and it don't. You feel me? Your responsibility is your responsibility. My responsibility is my responsibility.
But that
so
baby
as a father, if I make sure that I'm present and I'm doing what I need to do and I'm taking care of my responsibilities, my daughter don't want for nothing. I'm doing what I'm obligated by law. I'm doing what I'm obligated to do because I birthed this child and I have to make sure that they straight. You know what I'm saying? Period. I don't have an obligation to the woman. I have an obligation to the being that was born based off the actions that I made.
But so if the woman is homeless,
my and I don't mean to put my business out there. My girlfriend was helping when I met her. She got 2 daughters. And I brought her into a 1-bedroom of my space. You feel me? And I'm dealing with that. I just broke up with her today. I told her and it's not because I want to fuck other bitches. Like whatever. But like, and it's out a year. So I don't want motherfuckers to be like,
want me to cut that out.
No, yeah, I'm.
Does she know you do this? Have you shared this with her? Because you haven't shared that part with her yet.
No, I haven't.
It's gonna be a long. There's a long ass beep right there.
I haven't shared it, but what I did. You
don't know what it's to say.
What I did tell her is I didn't want to be in a relationship because me, based off the actions that I did, am I really truly ready to make that commitment? And I feel like as a man, you should make that decision. As a man, be like, I'm not ready for that. You know what I'm saying? And niggas that be like, I ain't ready for that. Like my man that was just here, he was like, I ain't ready for all that. You know what I'm saying? Like he that type of nigga, I'm not ready for all that. Like he's young. He wants to live his life. He wants to do what he wants to do. Me, I'm the type of nigga like, yeah, I've learned that being with a woman and having this bitch that's doing this, that, and the third, and we married and that's what I've learned. So that's what I think that I'm supposed to have. But that's not necessarily true. And so when I say I don't want to be together, it's not to sit there and say I don't want to be with you because of you. It's to sit there and say I need to find out what the fuck I need
what the fuck really makes me who I am, because I'm still trying to figure out. I'm only 28. I'm still figuring out who the fuck I am. So I don't know personally how people may take that, but nothing should affect what you do in everyday life. Period. When you have a counterpart, because once that person gone, my nigga, your bills don't change, your life don't change. Everything.
Your life do change.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
Only
it
thing that
does.
changed that person out your life. That's the only thing that changed. But okay, cool. But does that affect what your bills is? It
affects you.
Does it affect your living?
But we talked about
this. Does it affect your living?
It does affect your living because it affects your thoughts.
But look, at the end of the day, when you get to a scientific situation, my nigga, only thing that matters is survival. So if it doesn't affect my survival, my nigga, it doesn't matter.
But that can affect your survival because it affects your thinking.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Let me ask you something.
What's up?
So you probably haven't been, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. Have you been to a therapist or a counselor or some shit like that? You have?
Yeah, and you know what I feel about counselors? Counselors are people that have a whole bunch of problems that can talk for, and I only say this because I'm one of them people. I can tell a person I have a very strong voice. Very strong.
Can't argue.
You feel me? And I can, if I sit there and talk to you,
jump in there.
If I sit there and talk to you and I tell you how I feel, you gonna feel me, my nigga. Because when I talk, I use my heart. But the difference between I feel with a therapist and somebody that gives you raw originality of what's really going on is that a therapist is somebody that been through a lot of shit, but they ain't never dealt with it for themselves. So they have so much to say. But at the end of the day, therapists don't know personally what you go through or how you personally feel. They just can go off of their past experience. Just anybody. Anybody can be like, oh yeah, bro, I feel you. You feel me? Like anybody can say that.
So that's your experience.
But that doesn't
that's
mean
your experience.
That doesn't mean that you've been through what I've been through.
Is that your experience though?
No, I've literally been to a therapist. I have. I think I'm schizo-bipolar, but I talk to myself. Quiet.
That makes you No, I'm just thinking.
No, I talk to myself, and I feel like
no. Do you talk out loud?
Yeah, like when I talk to myself and I talk back.
Out loud though.
Out loud, like I don't talk in my head. Like I'll literally be in a situation where I'm mad and I'll be like,
that's why I paused because I was like, I talk to myself, but I don't do it out loud.
And then I'll literally respond to myself like, no, Corn, you tripping, woo, man, thinking like that. Like I have two people in me. That's why I think I'm low key a schizophrenic. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think I'm a full fledged.
Is that schizophrenia or is that bipolar? Or is that multiple? Multiple personalities? But that's kind of in the schizophrenia.
I had to get a doctor. That's why you have to go to a counselor or a therapist. Like, cause like I got two sides of me. I got Cornell and Cornelius. Cornelius is the proper side of me. Cornelius is Cornelius. Like I walk in a job interview,
Cornelius ain't got slugs in his mouth.
Right, exactly. Cornell got slugs in the mouth, and I've been through some shit. I've been from the block. I've been around the corner. I seen a lot of shit, my nigga. I seen a nigga get shot, nigga, over $5, my nigga. Like, literally. And it ain't even an exaggeration. Like, I've literally seen two crackheads get into it, and this crackhead shoot a motherfucker. You feel me? So it's like, I've been in both worlds, but the thing about me, I feel like what makes me different is that I understand that we're not here for the long haul, my nigga. Like this is temporary. You know what I'm saying? Like and they tell you in church, like this ain't nothing but a vessel.
They tell you where?
In church, they tell you this ain't.
They tell you where?
In church.
Cause see God.
This ain't nothing but a vessel. You feel me? You're living in a vessel. But
do you read?
Yes.
Have you ever read The Way of the Superior Man?
No.
Should read that.
And what is this book?
Mike.
What does this book say?
It's the title, The Way of the Superior Man.
What's the way of the superior man?
It just kind of teaches you.
You ever read the Willie Lynch letter?
No, I don't read. I only listen to audiobooks.
You should ebook it.
Yeah, that's why I just listen. I listen to audiobooks. What is it?
The Willie Lyncher is based off the.
What's the name of it?
The Willie.
The
Lynch
Willie
letter.
Lynchler. Lynch letter. Okay, hold on. Let me see if it is the Willie.
But based
Willie
off
with
this,
a Y or IE. You know, I'm country. I'm country. I got 3 uncles named Willie.
No. I think it's actually Y. I think it's.
I do. I got 3. I got 3 uncles. They all brothers, and they all named Willie.
No, I think it's I don't think it's Y. I think it's the Lynch part is Y.
The Willie
Lynch letter. But based off this,
yeah, there it is. The Making of a Slave.
The Making of a Slave, and you have to understand.
That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
Okay.
And so to go back to like everything we talked about as about black businesses and supporting and just liberation for black people in general. You have to understand that we're dealing with not. I hate when people say 400 years, nigga. Do you not know that 1950 was only 60 to 70 years ago?
We wasn't enslaved though. I get what you're saying,
but nigga, we was damn well close. You feel me? You didn't have no rights in the 50s. Right. You feel me? So that was slavery, because slavery means to be a slave, you don't have no rights. To this day, we still don't have no rights. You know what I mean? And we live by a constitution that even tells you that. Like, if you're a slave, my nigga, why you think they call you, like, I love the pronunciation of property estate by that movie Benny Siegel, State Property.
State Property, yeah.
Because once it's in the Constitution, my nigga, when you commit a crime.
Yeah, the 13th Amendment.
You know what I'm saying? When you commit a crime, my nigga, it's not a butler, but it's like a service. We was talking about it last time we was here. It's a service that you commit, because back in the day, it wasn't even called slavery. It was a service that if you owe me for this, that, and the third, you have to work for this term or whatever. It wasn't until white people realized that, whoa, shit, we can take over people's shit and make these niggas work for free. Where? Tell me.
You think it was because of the white people?
Yeah.
That slavery as a whole started.
All right, let me say this. Yes, slavery has happened throughout all the time in all civilizations.
Because
most definitely,
Irish slaves.
But white people, you know, rap been around, but it's always them niggas that always make rap be like, damn, that's a banger. White people came in and was like, hey, this is a good ass idea. We gonna patent this shit and we gonna make it 10 times better. White people are on a larger scale of slavery, bro. Period. Hands down. Like, yeah, all people used to enslave each other. Just like fucking Irish people wasn't considered. Irish people, like trailer trash. You know where the word trailer trash come from? You feel me? White people down other white people. Like, if you're not in their bracket, my nigga, you're considered a nigga or a nigger, whatever.
The poor white people don't understand that, though.
But at the end of the day, you gotta understand that we go.
They don't.
We go based off.
They don't. They really think just because they might be poor, but shit, at least I ain't a nigga.
But they based off.
At least my screen ain't dark.
But they based off.
But you are.
But you gotta understand.
In the eyes of them white people up there,
yeah.
You just like us.
But now we live in a civilization where it's based off color, not nationality.
And you know,
it was based on nationality because everybody was breaking off.
Not to defend this man.
You're European. Oh, I'm Russian.
Hey, but
Russians don't consider themselves European, but they both white.
White.
And even
That's
so,
it.
but even so,
Feel me?
That's all that matter. White.
but even
But
in that, even
they're both
not
the
to,
same color.
right? But even in that, not to defend this man, but even in that with Trump, I don't think Trump is racist. He see color. He see
He
money.
playing that role.
He see money.
Exactly. And that
Because he wasn't on that shit before he was
And
president.
he do play that
Regardless
because he
that
was
nigga
in
is
hip hop
racist
like
or
a
not,
motherfucker. That nigga
his
was
job
kicking it
is
with
not to
rappers
show-
like
his
he
job
used
as
to
a
kick it with
president
rappers
It's
heavy.
not to show you what he wants you to see. His job is to show you what you want, so that you can.
His
keep
job
following.
is to show the people that fuck with him.
Once again, I'm gonna repeat what I just said. His job is not to reconcile or do anything to support you. It's his job to make sure that you feel safe and obligated that you have a leader.
But that's not
like
you.
president. Like you know what I hate about niggas saying go vote. No matter who you put in the office, my nigga.
Presidential.
Presidential,
Okay.
legislative,
Think locally.
all that. Period.
You think locally it doesn't mean
Period.
okay.
It would never be in the favor of the people because at the end of the day, the favor of the people don't have an economic system.
Even as low as
the people
what
of the economic system does not have a flow of money. What we live on in America was what was America built on?
violence.
What else? What else?
Thievery.
What else?
Rape.
What else?
Whew. The list.
Right,
long.
right, exactly.
The list
but
long.
money.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, whoever has the most money, like money, at the end of the day, we know money don't mean shit. But in their world and what they made us believe and what in reality, what we consider reality, and that's why I love the Matrix. In reality, what we consider reality.
Watch this Matrix.
You do.
That everybody
in
talks
this
about.
reality,
The
what we consider
red
reality,
pill, blue pill.
they're facing the government. They facing machines, but you know why the machines are trying to win? Because they're proficient in what they're doing. And what you have to understand is that white people are proficient in what they're doing. You sit there and you march, and you all we want black. Joe Biden, now look, that nigga piggybacking off the Black Lives Matter movement. And I want to see black people do this, and I want to see black people do that. And black people are stupid enough to sit there and be like, he want to see us do better. And they'll vote for that.
We falling for it?
Huh?
You think we falling for it?
The smart ones won't, but you got to understand, presidential elections ain't based off what a nigga say. It's based off popularity, my nigga. It's not like at the end of the day, we know none of these niggas are even Obama. Like, I'll go there. Let's go there. Obama was not our savior. Oh, he's the first black president. Yeah. You know why black people did that, my nigga? White people did that so that we could shut the fuck up and be like, okay, y'all had a black president. What do you have to bitch about now?
No, you know what I think would happen?
What's up?
I think a lot of us fell in love with him expecting him to be that.
Why? But why? Like, let's get down to the gritty. Why? Because he was black. Exactly. Exactly.
That's not even hard. Yeah.
You shouldn't base color off what a person's heart is based on. But what we have to really realize is these people are underneath other. Like, we live by a whole legislative branch, my nigga. We live by a legislative branch, my nigga. There's 4 branches to the government. You think the president really makes all the decisions? Like, they tell you, we won't get this stimulus unless Trump sign off of it. You know, there was 12 committees that had to go through that whole legislative to make that shit work.
You be doing your research, boy.
But
you be doing your research.
but let them say something that has a black man in control of something that they feel is dangerous. They'll deny it. Hands down. They'll deny it. They'll be like, no. And you can't blame you. Like, they pick the black woman, they say, for vice president. Why that bitch light skinned? Why? And I just talked to my nigga about this because light skinned people from even slavery, my nigga, was house niggas. It made white people feel comfortable.
You think that's part of why
Yes,
Obama got in?
100%.
No, I'm talking about Obama.
It made white people feel comfortable.
And that's why I tried to ask you about
You feel
that.
me?
What is light?
That
what
makes
is
them feel because they like the bitch that I talked to earlier, whatever. She has
that
she's
bitch word pretty heavy.
No, I'm sorry. But,
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
she's Puerto Rican and white, but she doesn't know much Spanish. You know how confusing that could be to be around your counterparts that you know and not know the English language, or not the English language, but not know the native tongue of what they speak. How much of an outcast do you have to fucking be to not know your language? And that's why it kills me about niggas, because we sit there and talk about correcting niggas about English, but nigga, that ain't even our fucking language. So who the fuck are you to correct somebody about something that you don't even know your native tongue to? We don't speak English. We learned English. So when I'm coming down to the point of a counterpart that's too racist, it must be very hard for them to go through that counterbalance of trying to figure out. I ain't gonna lie, I don't trust light skinned people. Because you can switch up at any motherfucking time. Like, you black and white, like, sir, I don't know what happened. It's just he's not a bad person, but I mean, he did have them signs. And then you away from all the, yeah, nigga, fuck you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, you have the opportunity to switch up. Once you pigment black, my nigga,
switching.
Once a stain is stained, my nigga, you can't change it. You feel me? You get a stain on your shirt, you gotta watch that motherfucker hella time. And sometimes the stain don't ever come out, depending on how deep the color is. So you gotta understand, like, the reason why I don't fuck with light skinned people is because they are confused. And I feel like it's based off biology. White people mixed with black people don't fucking make, like, it make pretty babies, but like, they fucked up in their head, like, period. Because they got two different biologies, excuse me. They got two different biologies in them, trying to figure out which one is more dominant. And when you're trying to figure, as a person in general, as a black man, you're trying to figure out who you are in general. It must be 10 times harder to figure out who you are when you mixed. You feel me?
I'm not gonna completely disagree with that.
Like,
I completely agree with it.
It's gotta be hard. Like, for real.
That makes sense.
Let's talk about something more fun. I want to have some laughs. I don't know. I don't have anything on here that's fun. You said you had some shit. You ain't put shit on here. What shit you had?
Oh, I can talk
The
about a lot
shit
of
you was
shit.
just talking about?
Let's talk about shit. A good topic to me right now would be
Oh, your shit gonna be deep though. No, I'm fucking with you.
a good topic. I want to get back to the straight black businesses.
Okay.
The reason why I want to get back to that, because I feel like people gotta understand, like, a black business, like you go on Facebook, bro, in the market, bitches selling crab legs, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people hustling. But does that 100% make you a business? And if it does, I feel like with black people, like, we're conditioned, and as I was getting to that point, we're conditioned to not support our own. Because we look at each other as enemies. Like, no matter how you want to put it, we look at each other
They
as
bred
enemies.
us like that. That's what they did when they did the house slaves and the
Cool, but you gotta understand too, capitalism is based off the survival of the fittest. Dead ass. It's like capitalism is based off who can make.
this up right here.
Huh?
This black knob right here. It's a black knob right here.
Okay, survival of the
Falling.
fittest. Survival of the fittest is based off a group of people figuring out who have the strongest approach to something, right? So if somebody has a stronger approach than you will never own, like, they locked this nigga Bill Cosby up for trying to buy CBS because he had the money to.
You feel me? Like, they don't want, like, you live in a world, and this is what I was talking about to Richard earlier about the Black Lives Matter movement. You have to understand that you're at all diversity and controversy living in America, period. There is no fucking freedom, my nigga. You have to earn your freedom. You have to do, even back in the day, my nigga, niggas had to buy themselves out of freedom. You feel me? And you was lucky to even do that. So you have to understand that in the world we live in, no, you're not gonna be looked at as the same. No, you're not gonna be treated in a certain situation. And I feel like at the end of the day, what you accept, if a bitch accepts you cheating and you fucking off, 9 out of 10 times you're gonna keep doing it. You feel me? So once you accept something, you're saying that that's what you're worth. And black people problem is that all they're saying that they're worth is marching. All I'm sitting here saying is I'm worth is screaming out, I want justice. And there has to be a lot more. And then motherfuckers like, well, what else do you do? You, like we said earlier, black businesses, you know what I'm saying? You have to sit there and understand, like, me and my girl got into it with the people. I stay on 49 in Oklahoma. El Rey's is right there.
Address, his
El Rey, I ain't saying the whole address, but El Rey's right there at the corner. And my girl got into an altercation with one of the people. They give her a hard time every time she go up there. And last time, they got to go check that nigga. You put your hands on my woman, my nigga. He lucky I ain't beat his ass. But being a man and understanding my situation and understand who I am, that wouldn't end well for me. So I went up there. I checked the nigga, whatever in the third. But do understand, do you think I go there? Do you think I buy shit from them? Do you think I go, oh, babe, go to El Rey's? No. My bitch literally walked 3 more blocks from El Rey's just to go buy blunts from the gas station. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Because I'm going to support somebody that wants me to be there.
Yeah, fuck that. I ain't finna keep going there.
So what black people have to understand is, and people are like, well, we had Black Wall Street. We had our own. Just because something happens and falls, if you sit there and you fail at something, are you gonna stop? No, you're gonna keep doing it until you figure it out.
Some people, not everybody.
Some people cool, right. But you can't blame. And I get where white people come from with this. You can't blame white people for your situation if you don't choose to make a change. When you get comfortable with something, just like if you fucking with a bitch, she get comfortable with how things are. Mm-hmm. You gonna be like, bitch, you comfortable.
Too comfortable.
Niggas are comfortable.
Too comfortable.
You feel me? Because white people, European, gave us enough to be comfortable and not less enough for us to complain. We get free benefits as long as you say you homeless. You get assistance on electric. You get assistance on this. You get assistance on that.
But not enough.
So you got people, and I'm not saying all niggas are guilty of just taking advantage of the system, but
just enough is to be
because, like he said, there's black people that are business owners, but there are some people that do enough, and sometimes you can't sit there and say they treating us wrong when you're only doing enough for yourself. Yeah. It takes self-liberation before you can sit there and be like, okay, I'm this. You have to, like, number one problem with black people, bro, we don't read. We don't. We listen.
Guilty.
We listen. No, and I'm guilty. Like, I don't read enough books, but I've heard enough shit to be very curious on what it beholds inside.
Right.
So how am I even sitting here having this conversation if I ain't never read a book on Johnny Beddoe? Johnny Beddoe was another European mover or vagabond, which is where you learn from the dictionary. Vagabond means someone that roams to find another place. Vagabond. White people are vagabonds. Dead ass. They don't have a culture. They find cultures. And that's exactly what a vagabond is. And
I've
so
heard that term before.
Exactly. Vagabonds are people that they like gypsies. You feel me? Like dead ass. They ain't nothing but gypsies. They find somewhere to migrate. White people have no origin. And so like when we was talking about earlier about white people being cavemen, it's like they don't have a fucking origin, my nigga.
Stones.
They don't. They came.
You don't think black men were cavemen? Black people?
No. At all. No. I don't believe. I believe at the end of the day, black people were aliens. This is what I believe, and it could be wrong. I believe black people are aliens, and I feel like they're. At the end of the day, they took on a
you
darker.
one of them niggas.
They took on.
So do you believe? Look, this is something that I heard.
What's up?
That we created white people.
We did.
Like white people were
but don't you understand?
Experiment.
Don't you understand that a woman can make all spectrums of colors of human beings, and that's why I say
black people can.
Cool, but the woman reproduces the black people. Like so, like let's like fam, like be 100.
Like white people can't make dark skinned people, but
white women can't make dark. A recessive gene can't mate with another recessive gene and make something recessive. So what we can say is that our culture, who we are and where we're born, these people were able to make multiple dynamics of people throughout the world, whether regardless of skin was light, brown, dark, whatever. But what we've learned from history, and that can be proven, albinos, right there. Albinos are black, but they have a pigment skintation that defect
they
that
lack the pigment.
Defect the pigment that doesn't allow them to catch the amount of pigment that you catch from the sun. And so at the end of the day, like right there shows you that you can, white women make white babies, but black women can make all spectrums. They can make light skin, albino, brown, dark, fucking tan, like bro, like they can make all spectrums. So
look at Drake, baby.
So who are you to sit there and
that
like
baby came out a white woman, and that's a white ass baby.
Who are you sit there to say that the man didn't start off with the black people? Because we've learned from history, science.
Your science.
Science have shown, and all scholars and scientists will agree, that the first person, her name was Lucy, was discovered in 1920.
Wait, what?
Lucy.
The first scientist?
The first scientist discovered the first black human being to be buried, not 1920, but in the 1900s. And they named her Lucy. And they found out that she was an indigenous African. And she was larger than any scaled human had. Even the nigga that was 11 feet. It was a white dude that was 11 feet. He died because the nigga was too big. But this woman lived to be the age of 83. Larger than that nigga because giants did exist. And this is all from science. That's what I'm saying. Like, people try to debunk science to be comfortable with the idea of what's going on. And it's like, fam, you can't deny science, bro. No matter how you want to call it, no matter how you want to see it, you can't deny something having factual information on.
I hate that.
You can't. Like, you can't. Can you bring up factual information on Jesus? No. But I can bring up factual information on King Tut.
Based on what?
What the fuck, nigga? You can go to the nigga tomb. What the fuck you talking about? Like, you can go to
the tomb of Jesus.
But his body ain't even there.
How do you know the body that's there in King Tut's tomb is his body?
Nigga, his body is not there. He say his whole body rose.
But I'm saying in King Tut's tomb, how do you know that's his body?
Oh, I get what you're saying. So basically you're saying like, okay, sure, the nigga got a skeleton left behind, but how do you know that's his
That's
shit?
him.
Cool. I don't know. But
That's it. That's all I be trying to do. I be trying to get speculation.
At least they could put a name to a body. You feel me? Regardless if it's fake or not.
But
they
I'm
can
saying,
at least put a name to a body. I ain't never seen
that. Ain't enough for me.
I ain't never even seen a nigga play
That ain't
fake and
enough
say,
for me.
"This Jesus Bones."
But that
I ain't never seen nobody do that.
But it's easy to do that. They could have pulled up any type of bone.
But why haven't they?
Because
Because he never existed.
No,
he never existed.
Because he's supposed
And
to.
and then you know what killed me about y'all that you word Jesus. The letter J wasn't even created by that time, so you would actually pronunciate the man named Yahshua.
Right.
So
correct. You are correct.
So you wrong in general for even using a nigga name in the J because his name wasn't like the letter J is an English language word. So
and I meant to say that earlier.
So what makes
the problem with the Bible, how we understand it, is that it's been translated.
Exactly. So there's 13 books that's away from the Bible. The Apocryphy has at least 3. The Book of Life is 2.
Oh, so you looked into it?
Yes.
Yes.
The Book of Life.
So it's 13.
The Book of Life
said
is
5.
The Book of Life is $350 on Amazon. And it ain't nothing but hieroglyphs and messages showing basically the masculine.
Yeah, I said 5. You said 13. Jesus.
The masculine conception. No, there's 13 books that are missing from the Bible. But you have to understand, like I said before, people piggybacked off the idea of other people. And so the best way to control a mass is to put something out that everybody believes. And at the end of the day, you have European people that didn't believe in death because you had, like I said, the Dark Ages.
Reincarnation.
Why they called the Dark Ages the Dark Ages? Because white people were killing each other at a massively rate. You ever seen the fucking movies? You're a witch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They would burn a motherfucker, and the only way they could prove that you wasn't a witch is if you flied away. But if you want a witch, by the time you burn, motherfucker, you dead. White people, European people have no morals, and they're barbaric. Barbaric means to have no morals. You have no civilized structure. We taught them civilized structure. All they did was stole it and made it theirs. Like, you celebrate Thanksgiving?
I eat.
I feel you. But I hate the idea. I eat too. But I hate the idea of what they try to represent Thanksgiving for.
Yeah, that shit garbage.
Because why should they
whole
give
meaning
thanks?
behind it?
Why should we give thanks for you raping, pillaging, and taking a whole land that wasn't yours?
Mm-hmm.
We celebrate a whole day, Christopher Columbus Day.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga didn't discover shit. That nigga accidentally was driving the coast and fell into America and was like, ooh, I'm the first nigga to be here, so I own this shit. That's what happened.
Hostile takeover.
Period.
That's all it was.
Period. So it's like I hate when people talk about like, oh, how do you know science and this, that, and the third? Like, bro, even white people, you go to the Vatican. If you go to Europe right now to the Vatican, don't you understand that all of the structures, statues and shit are brown pigment? If white people were so supremacist to white, why the fuck wouldn't they repaint it white? But they paint white. They paint white in the book. They paint white in the book. Most
definitely.
Did
they have paint then? Did they have paint then? I don't know. I'm asking. I told you last week. This is my thing. I love to throw speculation and shit. It's like if you're saying what you're saying, I like to make people question what they think. That's my thing.
Look up the Council of Nicaea. Look up the history of the Catholic Church.
Right. Okay. I can look into it. I'm just
people,
I'm not trying to.
Did you know? Like, I know we all into the Illuminati and shit, but the Illuminati is not evil, bro. Like, you see Jay-Z. No, it's not. It's not evil. It's nothing evil about it. It's nothing but spirituality. But they tell you it's evil so that you don't feel connected. Like they tell you in church, they tell you ain't nothing else but the truth but the Bible.
because it leaves you disconnected from all possibilities of knowledge. If Adam went and ate the knowledge tree or the apple of knowledge,
It's a metaphor.
it's sure. But what's better than fucking knowledge?
It's not knowledge.
Tell me what's better than knowledge.
It's not knowledge though.
They realized they was naked. That was knowledge.
It wasn't knowledge though.
Bro, what's better than knowledge?
I'm trying to tell you that the tree wasn't about knowledge.
Sure. Okay.
And that's why I say everything about
what's
the Bible,
better than knowledge?
Everything about the Bible in our translation is not what it is. That's why I say like.
So then why do you believe in a God? If you sitting there making that statement to me right now, that even in today's society,
Let me finish.
Okay, cool.
What I'm trying to say is that when you translate things, like have you ever do you know any other language? Have you studied any other language other than English?
Portuguese.
So you know how to speak Portuguese.
Yes, sir.
So you understand
certain words.
So you should understand that
I'm not fluent.
So you should understand that there are words in. So you should understand there are words in English that cannot translate to Portuguese.
Because some words just mean the word that it is.
So that's what I mean. For the Bible that we understand, that we read because we only know English, is not exactly what it was said to be in the original language, which I don't.
When do you think you got that Bible? No, answer this question. What do you think you believed before the Bible was even established? Because the Bible, when you turn over a Bible, it has a stamp. It has a stamp date of when it was established. Any book, you go to a library, has a stamp of when it was established. So before the Bible,
when were libraries created?
What?
When was libraries created?
When white people decided that they want to take all knowledge and store it, that's when it was created.
But I'm saying
when no nigga ever created the library. I will say that.
And
no nigga created the library. And that's the reason why the library was created, because white people wanted to store knowledge that people had. They was already doing that regardless. But they called it a library because it was an archive. It was a record of what was happening or what people said was to be true.
And even so with me, like, for you to say timestamp, like, I'm one of them niggas, time don't mean shit to me.
Time is irrelevant. Time. The only reason why you go off time, my nigga, at the end of the day,
my favorite rapper told you. My favorite rapper that you said you've never heard of, that I said, in fact, been rapping for 15 years, and you said, oh, that nigga, he ain't. That nigga said that. He said time is irrelevant.
It is. It's very irrelevant. It's very. We live in,
and that's what I'm saying. When you say things have a timestamp, that don't mean shit to me. I don't know what is time.
Because a timestamp basically to me is a time that something happened. But at the end of the day, time, like you said, is irrelevant. We live in an everyday life, and nothing, like when we die, time don't stop. We only go off time because it gives us coordinates of how far we've gone. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't dictate. Like, a motherfucker wouldn't know they lived 80 years unless they had time. But guess who created time?
We did.
Niggas. Moors created time. They didn't dignify. They didn't dignify time.
Just like everything else.
Exactly. So, like, that's why I'm like, you know, one of my favorite female artists is Erykah Badu, and her what song said? He said, if I'm a god, then call me by my name.
You live over there.
You feel me? If I'm what you saying, if I'm in God's image, call me by who I am.
When you look into
so if you're God's image, my nigga, you're just as powerful as He is. So just think of the relation that understand that you can dictate what you do and how you make things work for yourself.
When you look into the 5%ers, you'll see they say men are gods and women are the earth.
And why? You know why they say women are earth? Because plants reproduce.
What I'm saying, that's why we
Men
said you
don't.
need to look into the 5%.
Planets reproduce.
Let's get into something else, man. Something
Okay.
happier, something livelier. What you got, Cuzzo? You got something we can get into that's livelier, or something that we can make jokes on? Not Included Pod everywhere: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram.
Follow it.
I can't even put this nigga fucking ad on there. Like on the graphics that I do for everybody. No, this nigga. Fucking he All right, man, we out. Oh, right here.
Squirt.